The democracy hit list exists because we need an action. We need a way to actually cause change in the government. We need to change the political landscape. Right now, nothing is happening. We still have the Democrats in power. We still have the Republicans in power. They're still giving corporations great tax breaks. The wealthiest people, great tax breaks. They're doing more and more mining of the coals and gases and poisoning the environment, and we have poison crops, and education's being cut. The tax rate of the interest rate of student loans is doubled as of July 1. We're past that now, 2012. There will not be subsidized loans for grad students. Who are the grad students? Grad students, once you graduate, you go into middle class jobs. So basically, their ideas, their way of making cutbacks, their austerity ideas, are really cutting out the middle class. And who pays the taxes? The middle class. You say there's a higher percentage to the 1%, borrowing a term from the Occupy, but that is only at 13%, and they refuse to increase that. And the only thing that we keep increasing is military spending, homeland security spending, and we're cutting education and transportation to the handicapped. I mean, what is going on with our lives, with our society, that we're allowing this? Well, the reason we have this is to concentrate our votes. And what I mean by that is we all agree on a third-party candidate that we will vote for. Because in the past it's been very diffuse because there's so many different third parties, and the independents, even though we outnumber the Republicans and Democrats, we don't vote in one direction like the Republicans and Democrats. But if we did that, we would outnumber them, and we will be able to pull in third-party candidates. Why is a third party any better than the duopoly now? Well, for one thing, because we are not a party, because we're non-partisan, we can pick and choose the best from the different third parties. So we're not the Green Party, we're not the Independent Party, we're not just libertarians. We're actually looking for the best people. As far as those labels, I'd be happy if we got rid of them completely. What's the point anyways? So why would we end up with a less corrupt idea plan? Because we can move. The next election cycle, we can vote on somebody else, and because our entire action is based on a consensus, and we can later have a website. Right now we have 4 months, so we can only, I guess at this point, just do one position. Now I was thinking a nice tour of force, show of force would be go for a presidency. The only candidate that has enough ballots to even come close to winning is Jill Stein of the Green Party, and she's the only one that doesn't have ties to Republican and Democrat. The Libertarian candidate, I believe it's Romer, maybe. I mean, he's ex-Republican. This isn't a third party. Gary Johnson, Democrat. That's not third party. I mean, he may be now, but it's only because he's been rejected and can't get in. He can't become the Democrat nominee. What we really need is people outside the duopoly, outside these two corrupt politicians, if we're ever going to get. And as far as holding your vote, you do nothing. You don't put fear into anybody because you're not electing people out. You're not making a stand, and you're basically a laughingstock for the Democrats and Republicans, because for somebody who is the most angry about the two-party system and the corruption, the worst thing that can happen is that you start voting third party and you get into something like this, where now you can push them out. Because I guarantee September, October, and November, Democrats and Republicans were sweating bullets thinking, oh crap, what if this movement starts voting? What if this movement starts eliminating Congressman Boehner and McCain and Obama? And What if that there's thousands, there's millions of people started concentrating like we want to? That's what they're afraid of. You want to tear down a system? You want to break a system? You start taking them out of power. You start ripping apart their power structure, their entire base. That's how you bring down a system. That's how you change things. That's how we're going to do it. And that's what democracy hit list is. One at a time. Bat, 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 bat. And as we get better, as we get more momentum and more people involved, we can go after more seats. We can put up a website. We can have seats for every level of government, and we can start doing it for each of them. And whoever wins the poll in that third party, well, it'd be like a primary. That's who we concentrate votes on. Right now, let's go for one seat until, in case if things progress in 4 months, I'm all about it. Congress, Senate, let's tear it all down. Let's break them apart. Let's destroy their power structure. Let's destroy their entire ability, because they're not going to change laws. And we got to get rid of Citizens United and all that. They made the laws. They made the laws that benefit them. And there's no way that the people who are tasked to break those laws, to bring them down, to take them to court, are going to do that when it's them that are being benefited by them. So don't think you're going to get a bunch of reform out of these two parties. We have to break the two parties. We have to break their power structure. We have to eliminate them from office. That's how we're going to get rid of Citizens United. That's how we're going to get to health care. That's how we're going to get all this. We're going after them. Thank you, and I hope you join us.